2-year-old female, 8 months pregnant. Such as some baby room chest this morning.
You haven't felt it move at all?
No.
Have you tried like rubbing your belly and stuff?
Yes.
It's moving right now.
I feel it.
All you gotta do is rub him a little bit.
I did.
You feel him moving? Because now he's moving up a storm.
I feel it.
Ooh, he's doing
Cut
flips.
up.
Probably
You want us to
turn.
take you to the hospital? Let's see if we can see him move.
I just was paranoid that I didn't feel it move.
All we needed was Holly.
That's right, the baby
Mirror,
whisperer.
The baby whisperer.
It's a boy or a girl?
A girl.
Yeah,
What she
see,
do?
she's way up here. So next, if you want to make her move, all you gotta do is touch up
Just the
here.
top.
She's not gonna come down here until it's time for you to deliver. Yeah, she's moving up a storm now. Kicking all over the place.
3216.
She might have just been real comfortable.
That's a lot of hours to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me help you out, baby. That was quick, huh?
Thank you, baby.
All right, sweet.
Look at you.
Baby whisperer.
I'd have just said, you want to go? Let's go.
You don't ever touch him?
Huh?
That's crazy. Not
Baby
touch
came to
him.
see him, baby.
Touch him. He gonna move around.
I just
That's all
take him
they
to the
need.
hospital. That's
I'm
what
trying to
here for.
figure out the mystery of the call.
Not me.
I want to know what's going on.
Not me. No
That's
care.
all she needs.
Me and Holly been knowing each other a long time. Went to high school together. Bob missed how we just got along and did everything well together.
3232.
3232.
Baby Whisperer has fixed the problem. We are clear of the patient refusal.
Clear the patient refusal, 2227.
Yes, how you doing? Is this man on 18 Wheeler? Oh, Lord. It's about to blow up.
18 will run into the gas station.
Yes, and it's gonna blow up.
Is the male still inside?
They need to come out here now. Somebody gonna die.
Dispatch was a vehicle. Could be an accident or it could be auto fire.
320 North Claiborne. It's going to be for a few trucks on fire.
Oh, all right. This might be the big one.
Look at it. Look.
Yep, there you go.
Fuel truck.
Call hazmat, baby.
Score 27 fire alarm. We're on the scene. It looks like we might have a fuel truck on fire. Can you have...
We arrived on the scene. It took me maybe 3 seconds to just take a hold of what I was looking at. It was something to see.
Matter of fact, give me a 1 alarm, fire alarm. Give me a 1 alarm.
Island 27, give out the 1 alarm.
And I asked dispatch to complete the 1 alarm, which means to send multiple companies.
Hey, yeah, back this bitch up.
I called for hazmat, which is our hazardous materials officer. He comes out on the scene to deal with anything that's classified by DOT as a hazardous material, such as fuel.
Oh! Ooh, this could be bad, dog. Go away from
Yes, indeed. That bitch can blow.
that. See if you find a hydrant. Come on, we gotta do something quick. Go on, they got a hydrant on that corner.
It's gonna be on that side over there. Some new information real quick. Lady said that this car, they hit a car, a passenger car on the other side, said nobody got out.
One side of the street is businesses, the other side is residences. We didn't want to see that gas station go up either. And yeah, that's a whole nother set of problems. So you've got life safety factor, you've got explosion potential. Sometimes we gotta remember that, you know, this thing is a killer.
Give me a deuce and a half. All right. What a deuce and a half for?
Leave it out for right now.
503, the hazmat cab of the truck so far is on fire.
Let's hump it. Let's hump it. I mean, I feel helpless, but I mean, what can I do?
That thing explodes right now. Dude, you talking about blocks.
Right.
Blocks of devastation. Hope the driver of that truck got out.
I don't like this at all.
Commander 27, back your crew out.
Everybody needs to get farther back, at least 2 blocks back. Everybody needs to get farther back.
They're burning a transformer. You back up?
is hot beyond explanation.
All right, look. Hayden wants to back it up.
Let it go.
Y'all got to move over. Come on, Hayden.
You're working under the most stressful conditions that I can imagine. For us to put on 60 pounds of gear and go face to face with something that has no mind of its own, a little fear might want to creep in. And you got to keep that at bay and just do the job.
Watch that power line. Back up, back up, back up. I need some help.
When our hoses are filled with water, they're heavy like boulders.
Yeah, that's right.
Back up, back up.
It's getting hot.
Having been a fireman before, that was the first thought in my mind was we're too close. Told Ty, it's funny, there's a trick that they teach you is to put your thumb up and look at the seam, and if you can still see it around your thumb, you're still too close. Dude, we gotta back up some more. Come on, move this truck. Dude, that's getting way too big, way too fast.
Dude, when you see fire backing up, that's when you know, all right, we need to just back this bitch up a little bit.
Just stay safe.
What about the foam? You still got plans for that?
Nah, it's too much for foam right now.
Command, the fire alarm, the tank done ruptured. We have a lot of fire and flames blowing out of the tank here. We're gonna have to let it burn for the time being. We don't know how much fuel is inside that tanker.
Every truck carries 15 gallons of foam. That's not gonna cut it. So we had to call in foam truck that's outfitted with the Master Stream nozzle that can apply foam way more than we could with a couple of hand lines.
Command, the 500. Do we have any foam truck or anything we can use? We're letting this gas tank of fire burn itself out, but we're probably gonna need it when we get able to get close enough to it. The first moments of a fire are the most dangerous, and it took every ounce of restraint that these guys have to stay back and not get in there and fight that fire.
How long to command be advised? A foam tanker truck is responding from engine 10's quarters.
10-4. One of the things that all first responders are taught that if you don't protect yourself first, you can't help anybody else.
See that tornado, huh?
I don't know where nobody's at. We don't know where all it was a mango restaurant up there. For all I know, it could be 10 bodies up there.
Bouvier, look, two of the guys' brothers are the driver, and he's asking me about him. I'm like, I don't know what to tell him.
Tell him right now, we don't have all of that information.
All right, that's fine. They can't find out anything until that fire gets down and we get close. At this time, we don't know anything, my man. But I know where you at, bro. I promise. I know it's your family. And we find something out, bro, we can come let you know.
Amp it up, brother.
Delta, the operations, we're starting to hit the fire with foam.
There we go. Now we're putting it out.
You all right?
All right, baby. All right, Ron. Good job, baby.
Once the fire was out, we were able to put our eyes on the victim. You know, that sticks with you for a while. You know what I mean?
I just need to take a quick look so I can call it in.
I can tell you.
Point it out.
The only thing I can recognize.
All right. You have to be pronounced deceased by someone with a medical license, meaning a doctor. We are basically an extension of the doctor's hands in the field with what we do. Hey, Doc, it's Dan with New Orleans, Unit 3220. I'm on the scene of a 18-wheeler fuel tanker fire. We do have one confirmed fatality in the cab of this truck. Right now, that's the only patient. We're calling for a DNR on that person. We call the physician and tell them what we see and what's going on, and then they ultimately say yes. You know, the time of death is.
Time of death, 11:28 p.m.
Copy, Dr. Nunez. Thank you, Doc. I mean, that guy was probably just starting his day. I mean, there's a lot of refineries down in that part of town. I mean, I think that's really when it hits you. Like, this guy really had no idea what was going on. Like, he had no clue that it was going to end. I think that's sad when you think about, you know, the families and his friends and everything in his life that changes as a result of a tragic accident.
It's always good to see them boys walking around when it's over.
I know, right?
We may not have been able to save the driver of that tanker, but we did what we set out to do, and that was to protect our neighborhood. We're tasked with the duty, holding that night watch, keeping everyone safe. And amidst all that chaos, and all that craziness, and all that noise, and we got the job done.
Good evening, I'm Kim Holden.
And I'm Nancy Parker. Police say the fire trapped the driver of the 18-wheeler and he died.
The woman who police say was driving the wrong way when she crashed into the truck is now under arrest.
Shortness of breath. It says history of asthma. When we arrived, the fire department was there giving the baby oxygen.
Y'all all right? How you doing, baby? How the baby doing?
He's definitely having trouble breathing, so we have to get him into the truck quick to get a nebulizer on him. We can give him something to breathe in. The nebulizer will help open his lungs and ultimately help him breathe better.
Y'all got that new spot. This one on. Where the mama at? I want you to come sit right here, baby.
All right, little one. Don't run off.
Oh, I can hear him from here. You got a little junk up in there.
Junk. All right, I know.
It's gonna be all right, man. I know, huh?
You wanna hold that? So we're just assessing for any type of distress. Obviously, the kid's breathing really fast and is grunting and having trouble getting air in.
I don't want you to chew on it.
What's his name,
I want you to breathe on it.
George?
Has he been diagnosed with asthma? Okay. This child is newly diagnosed with a case of asthma.
You know what's funny though? Like once we start moving an ambulance, it put those kids right out. You're gonna be sleeping all the way to the
We can go. I'm good.
It's okay.
I know.
Oh, so I see the lights outside again. That's what I see. See? We're not as mean as you thought, huh? I know. Cough it out. That's good. Doing better now.
Treating an infant, it can sometimes be nerve-wracking. The kid's sick and he needs medication, and you can be easily distracted with crying, but you know, you want to stay focused and get the kid breathing better. Watching a child that was screaming a minute ago fall asleep because of the care you've given
Got me, little one.
is pretty awesome. It doesn't get any better than that.
Oh. Ooh, he says it's chilly.
What little man doing?
He said that drive was so smooth he fell asleep.
Dude, they always fall asleep.
You said that before we left.
Always, like that's that little magic touch I got.
Yes.
Dude, that kid, dude, I can see my kid looking like that little plump type baby, man. I can just see
You think that's because in your situation, the father is a plump kid as well? What makes you think your kid's gonna look like that?
I don't know. All the kids in the T-Row fan come out a little plump. Then our muscles start start
is that how it works?
You're right. See all this?
You know how much you weighed when you were born?
Probably like 17, 8. See, back in them days, man, Mama had to walk up 2 hills, catch 4 buses to Charity.
It was back at work that afternoon, huh?
Hey, I'm talking about back at work that same afternoon, you know what I mean? And snow. It don't even snow in New Orleans.
Just that day?
It just so happened to snow that year and that day.
So I'm gonna turn the air up for
All right.
a minute because it's hot.
I guess I'll let you have control of everything up in here.
No! All right, I'm turning it off.
You understand there's no room for menopause when you're paramedic, right?
You want me to hit you?
Yeah.
I'm younger than you are.
Doesn't matter. I don't.
You're going through menopause.
Is that possible?
I don't know. I think you just ruined our partnership.
Really, already?
You're not gonna live this down.
I know because you're on menopause. I expect all kinds of erratic behavior.
You know what? I'll show you erratic.
I bet you will.
I'll turn the heater on right now. It's done. It's over.
32, 62, 32,
A elderly female feeling weak and nauseous, vomiting for several weeks.
We got this.
How you doing, man? What's going on?
She came free and she's too high, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this call comes out as something that appears to be very simple. Maybe a stomach virus or flu-like signs and symptoms. What kind of medical problems does she have? And we walk in that door to a patient that is obviously very ill, very critical. Something was really wrong. She speak any English at all? Can you translate for us? Can you ask her right now if anything is hurting her?
26, female male, Rose Moringa.
So she's nauseated, she's having stomach pain. Are you hurting here? You hurt here? All right. Am I? Can you see this one? Hey, is she allergic to anything? Hey, is she allergic to anything? She can take aspirin? Okay, has she ever had a heart attack before?
Ma'am, chew these up. Chew.
She's having a heart attack.
32, 32, en route to 2 lanes, STEMI activation.
All right, so you're gonna be all right. I'm gonna help you for a minute, okay? Hey, open, lift up your tongue. Whatever is causing harm or illness to them, you just want to kick its ass. You just become like a little ninja. And as soon as you see it and it's time to go in, it's like you go in and you do it and you get it. Take some deep breaths, baby. Try to breathe, okay? It's oxygen. It's oxygen. It's the same thing you had in your nose, okay?
32, 32 at the hospital.
You must have done something to the police, bro, with all them cars flying.
6.01 and 6.94, we out here. Get out the way, get out the way. After the heroin bust, Sergeant split Justin and I up so we could cover more territory. When I heard about the pursuit, I tried to anticipate where it was headed. There they are up there. Should come right in front of us.
Hang on one moment.
Here he is, right here. It's a lot going on when you're chasing a vehicle. You know, you're not just speeding behind a car with lights and sirens. You got to be aware of so many other things, and it's dangerous. We're approaching Tullis.
They might be trying to hit that fence back there and get on the Tullis.
He bailed. $20. Catching somebody and knowing they're gonna do some time in prison, that makes you feel like you accomplished something. You know, cops and robbers thing, you know. You're not gonna get away.
100%. You know it. You know it.
100%. I guess we're waiting for somebody to run because we know that most likely on a foot chase we never lost so far. I mean, not saying we can't. We're not Superman, but we've never lost a foot chase. Woo! Did you see my feet though? I love it. Anybody saw my feet? Anybody saw my feet? That's all I'm saying. You didn't see my feet. It's the shoes. It's the shoes.
Wipe your face. All
right, man.
Look like Shaq after the fourth quarter.
Hey, how many rings Shaq got? Shaq got some rings.
What I did was I just drove around.
That's fine. That's why using the car, we needed that.
I know.
All that combined, that's what we called him.
Fair enough. It's a team effort. Good job, son.
Good work, boy.
Be safe, be strong. Let's do this.
Get that stretcher in here.
You're gonna bleed to death.
Grab the nozzle. Grab the nozzle.
You know, they're not dead. I can work with that.